So yesterday we were discussing about string functions, right? So as part of that, we have discussed till stuff, right? So stuff function is used to replace any value within a specific number of positions, right? But replace is used to replace value. Whatever the text will provide, only that part of the text will get replaced with the replaceable value, right? That's the difference between stuff and then replace. So there will be a question between this uh, difference between the.
Amar, can you show me an example of stuff, please?
Sorry.
Can you take stuff as an example and let me know once, like in that table?
Yeah, sure. No, always the example would be like, see, if you want to replace any position from any value, right? So if that is there is a requirement we have to do. So I'll let you know. Yeah. So if you take an example of, let's say, dim customer, this is the value, right? First name. So forget about this too. We are doing some other operations here, substring, right? So let me remove it here. So let's say here this is the first name from this table. So we have the naming conventions. Here, if you don't want this first character and second character and then third character, whatever it is in the name. So if you want to replace with some other value, right? But here it doesn't make sense anywhere. Just assume if let maybe that may be product or that may be any other thing. So if you want to replace any specified number of positions within existing string, you have to go first up. Let's say here if you take an example of I don't want second and third character in a name, so I want to replace with some other value. For that we have to write it like stuff. The first argument is the column name, right? So which is first name, and then the second argument is from which position you want to fetch it, replace it, and then second character onwards. Next, how many characters? Two characters I want to replace with what value? With, let's say, Amar, whatever it is, or maybe I can also insert a blank value like this. Okay, see, a blank value has been inserted here instead of UG. So starting with second position and for next two characters, I want that value to be replaced with blank value. That is what here it is updated, right? So li instead of li, it is updated with blank. Okay.
Okay.
But mostly all these functions we will not use. But if there is a requirement, if let's say if you while assigning you work, if they'll explain you this way, then you have to get in a mind that okay, we have string function, we have stuff function to get it done, right? So in that case, you have to use the string function. That's it. And then there is a function called ltrim and also rtrim. Ltrim and then rtrim. So ltrim is used to remove the extra spaces on the left side of the string. Ltrim is used to remove the extra spaces on the left side of the string, which means, let's say, if you are selecting here, select, while giving value itself, there is any extra space here. See, I have an extra space here. I'll show you how the value will be written in SQL result set, right? See here, this is the result set. If I copy it here and paste it in SQL window, if you observe, see, I'll give enter here. It will be edge of the line here. Yeah, here now see, it is edge of the line. There is no gap. If I paste it here, you can see a gap. See, can you see a gap here? Which means there are left spaces in the string. And if you're trying to access this value, you cannot access it. If let's say if this kind of value is there in the table, if you are trying to fetch it with Amar, it won't retrieve. We have to give it with space also. Let me show you that example. Maybe I'll show you the table. Let's go to October 2021. Start from. Right. So here I have few values, already existing names. Let me insert few more values here with spaces. Okay. Insert into EMP values. And then here I'll insert, do I have any value called space? Yeah, there is no value called ABC. So the employee ID is 9999 and the value is, I'll give ABC. Okay. That ABC I'll give starting space and I'll give ABC name. Okay, there is a space here, extra space. By mistakenly I have typed or whatever it is. Okay, there has got an extra space. So employee salary as 40,000 and then age 34 and then location, let's say Bangalore, and then department, I'll just give IT. Okay, so the thing we have to consider here is this value. Okay, so let me insert it. Now if you want to filter out the data where name equals to ABC from this table, I want to view only a data which is name equals to ABC. How to query it? So we just need to add where class filter, right? So where ename equals to ABC, right? So if I execute, are you getting ABC value from here?
No.
No, right? But there is, if you see here, the table result set, you can see a ABC value here, right? There is a value called
Yes.
ABC here, but when you filter out here, you didn't get it. So means there is a gap in the field value. So you cannot observe that using the table result set. If you paste it here, you can see there is a gap, right? So to remove that extra spaces on the left side of the string, we'll use LTrim. Okay, let me use LTrim here. Anywhere we can use class filter or whatever it is, LTrim of this one. Are you getting it now? So LTrim will remove the extra spaces on the left side of the string. Earlier, if I don't use LTrim, because there was some extra spaces at the left side of the string, it doesn't able to retrieve the value, even though if it is exist in the table ABC, right? But with LTrim, it will remove the left side of the extra spaces in the string value. It has removed, and then now you can see ABC, right? The same way it is RTrim, in the sense, if there is an extra space while inserting value at the right side of the string, here, this part, right? So then, let's say if I use ABCD here, okay, I'll insert the value. If you try to retrieve with ABCD here, you cannot fetch it. I think I did not give the extra space here, right? So that's why it is fetching. Let me give extra space. Okay. ABCD, yeah. I think while inserting it, I had given, right? Did I give it or not while inserting? Or did
No.
I insert or not? Okay, let me insert now. I think I did not insert or what. Yeah. It is fetching, right? So let me give
Yes.
space. No, also it is fetching. I think somewhere the value issue or what. But it worked with left, right? So let's see. Yeah, there is an extra space. Let me insert one more value. We'll see what's wrong with it. It should not retrieve. Let me give 4444 and then employee name as, I'll just give name only and then space. Okay. One row is affected. If I do select star from, you can see name value here, right? So by looking at it, we don't know there is an extra space at the right side of the string, right? So if you're trying to fetch value where name equals to name, let's say, right? Ename equals to name. It is switching. This is strange. Actually, it should not, but maybe right side spaces, is it allowing or what? Not sure. Okay, let's check on that. But you got it right. So if there is any spaces on the right side, if you don't want to be displayed, and maybe while filtering it filter out, but if you look at the value here, you can see an extra spaces, right? So you can see there is extra space here at the right side of the string. And if you want to remove that, you can use rtrim here. Now if I execute with rtrim, or maybe while selecting here, if let's say I'm selecting data of this one, ename, rtrim of this value. If I execute, now if you copy this value and paste it, you cannot see that extra space. Now you can see there is X space, right? So if I paste it, now you cannot see that, right? It is removing, but in where clause it is working out, but in select statement it will not, right? So if you want, I can show you ename. So side by side, I'm executing two columns where one is with rtrim and another one is without any trim functions. So if I execute now, here if I copy this one, this is with rtrim value, and if I paste it, you cannot see any other extra spaces. If you paste this one now, you can see extra spaces. See, right? So that extra space it will remove. But here working with where class, I'll see on it. Okay, it should not retrieve, but see. So that's the difference between ltrim and then rtrim. And then there is a function, one more function called len, which is length. It will retrieve the length of the string value. Length of the string value, right? Which means, let's say if you want to calculate length of characters for each value, right? Select len, and if you want to use on the hardcode value, you can also use. Since it is a string function, all the string value should be entered within a single quote. So let's say if you have type something like this, and if you want to check how many characters you have entered, so if you execute this, it will retrieve the length of it. 37 characters I have entered, right? So the same way you can also implement this function in table level, length of ename, the column name. So whatever the length that column value holds, that length will be returned as output. Yeah. Let me execute without where class filter. For all the values, the length will get, right? So this is the length value 4, 4, and for Ishwar it is 5, 5, right? So for Rajesh it is 6. So length will retrieve the number of characters the value is storing. That will calculate. Okay. And then there is few more functions, which is lower and upper. Lower. Lower in the sense it will convert uppercase values into a lowercase value. Simple. Right? If let's say I'm entering Amar in lowercase. If I execute, sorry. I should enter in uppercase. And while selecting, if you don't want to show it in the uppercase, you can use the lowercase, which is the function is lower. It will convert the uppercase value into a lowercase value. And the same way, if you use upper, it will convert lowercase value into a uppercase. That's it, simple. But this is not that much important. I'm just letting you all know these are the functions available. Okay. So it will convert from lowercase to uppercase. If in case they'll ask you the simple question sometimes, if you're not in a position to answer, you'll be in trouble, right? So that's why I'm telling you the basic functions also. What else? So substitute, stop, replace. I think there is one more function called reverse. Select. Reverse. So there is a function called reverse. If let's say if you enter Amar, and then if you use reverse, it will just reverse the string from right side to left side. It will get the value here. See, R-A-N-A, right? It will just do the reverse of the string. That's it. And there is one more function, which is replicate. What is the meaning of replicate, guys? Did anyone know? Replicate.
Duplicate.
Right. So it will maintain the it will create the duplicate value of this value. It will accept two arguments. The first argument is the input string, and second argument is how many times you want to replicate the value. So if I give 3 times, it will replicate the 3 times. Okay. The same value it will display 3 times. If you mention 3, it will return 3 times. If you mention 5, the same value it will be returned as 5 times. Okay, that is replicate. Yeah, so that's about the string functions. I think we'll move on to some other interesting topics, and then we'll come back to aggregate functions. Aggregate functions also looks like similar. And then ranking functions. So maybe before that, how much time we passed? 8:54, right? Okay. So let's discuss about ranking functions. Okay. Guys, it looks easy only, but all the topics whatever we are discussing, this will be basics and also in-depth concepts as well. And we'll use all these concepts here, stored procedures. Whatever we are learning here, all those concepts will be utilized in the stored procedures concept. Okay, for that purpose, we are learning all this stuff. Okay, so yeah, let's use ranking functions. So ranking functions, as the name says, it is used to calculate the rank value, right? So we have 3 types of ranking functions, which is rank, and then dense rank. And the third one is row number. Okay. So rank, in the sense, it will allow duplicates. Now it will allow gaps in assigning the rank values. It will allow gaps in assigning the rank values, which means if there is a duplicate marks value, and for the duplicate marks value, it will give the same rank, and for next immediate value, the next immediate rank will be skipped. If let's say marks 100 is there, for 101, and next 100 also rank will give as 1. If let's say next value is 90, it should get second rank, right? But they'll give it as a third rank. That is what it will allow the gaps in assigning the rank values. I'll show with example, and it will not allow the gaps, just opposite to rank, dense rank. I'll show you with example. It will not allow gaps, whereas row number, it will assign unique row number sequentially. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. How many values are there? Unique row numbers, which means, so let's take, I'll explain with example so that you'll get better idea. Let's take marks, and then here rank, and let me give tab space, dense rank, and then row number, right? So these are the three functions we are discussing here. Let's say marks 100 and then 100, 90, 80 and then 80, then 70. So these are the marks available for a person and for few persons. If you want to assign rank, so what would be the rank for 100 marks guy? Obviously it will be 1, first rank, right? And then next for
Same.
100 again, yeah, it is same, right? For 90, if you use the ranking system in our Indian system, so it will be 3, 2 will be skipped if you observe clearly. Why? Because the second rank guy also, second marks highest also got the same rank, same value, but it is assigned with same rank, but 2 will be skipped in the rank, right? So for 80 it will be 4, and for again 80 it will be 4, and for 70 it is 5. The rank will be skipped here. Sorry, 6. Okay. And then with dense rank, the dense rank value will be 1. And then the second value also is 1. And then for 90 it is 2. Rank will not be skipped here in the dense rank if you apply the dense rank value. And then 3, here also 3, and here 4. That's the difference between rank and then dense rank. For row number, it is just the unique value. It will enter 1, 2. Row number in the sense it will just enter the how many values are there. That much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Till assign. That's it. It will not calculate any marks or something. It will just sequentially give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there will be a question between these two. What is the difference? How many? 2 to 3 types of questions will be there. The first one may be how many types of ranking functions are available in SQL Server, or what are ranking functions, or what is the difference between rank and dense rank, right? So there will be a question on this topic. So you have to explain the same way. Rank will allow the gaps in assigning rank values, whereas dense rank it won't allow the gaps in assigning the rank values. Row number it will uniquely assign the row numbers. Let's take an example of marks. You can say 100, 100, 90, and then 80. And it's up to you how many values you want to take it, 2 or 3 or 4, whatever it is. And then you have to tell the value. For 100 marks, if you use rank 1, for another 100 it will be 1, and for 90 it will be 3. Second rank will be skipped. But if you use dense rank, for 100 it is 1, for next 100 also it is 1, and for next 90 it is 2. Right? So rank will not be skipped in the dense rank value. So whereas row number, it will uniquely assign the row numbers for each and every marks. Clear?
Yes.
Anyone have any questions? If not, guys, try to remember the same and explain the same way. There will be a question on this. Okay. It is easy only, but that the way you give explanation should be convincing. Right? That's about the ranking functions. And then, yeah. Select star from EMP. So here I have a lot of duplicates, right? If you observe, how many times double one is there? 2 times. Double two 2 times. Double three 2 times, and so on. You can see a lot of duplicates here, right? So how to delete the duplicate values? Duplicate employee IDs, right? Sorry. If I do straight away delete from EMP where EID equals to 2222, how many records will get deleted?
All records will be deleted.
All records where employee ID equals to 2222 will be deleted, right? But at least one value should be
Yes.
there in the table, right? Double two. I want to delete only duplicate. Duplicate in the sense, if there is more than one occurrence is there in the table, that value I should delete it. At least one value. Sorry.
Unique.
What is the purpose of unique?
Adding of
It is while inserting the data, unique keyword will work, right? So not the deleting of data.
Select distinct. We can use distinct keyword.
Okay, good point you made up. So we can use distinct, right? So let me use this. So select distinct star from. Okay. So how many rows we have now as of now? 20. And let's check if there are any duplicates or not. There is a duplicate here, right? Why? I think I explained you this, right? Distinct keyword.
Not yet.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sorry. Okay. See, distinct keyword will eliminate the duplicates. It will not delete for your information. It will just eliminate while selecting. This duplicates will not be selected. That's it. It will not delete from the table. First thing, right? And then distinct will work if there are the full row values are unique. I mean, full row values are duplicated, which means, see here 3333 name is ABCD, here nil, here nil. All the three values are different for this column, right? And also here age is different for this guy, and the location is different between these two, and only the change between these two values is name. If the name is also same here, then only this value will be treated as a duplicate if you use distinct, which means the full row value should match. You got my point, guys? Here also 3333 should be there, and also ABCD, here also ABCD. Then all the values, here also some 40,000 or 4 lakhs is there, here also should be 4 lakhs. So all the two row value is same, then only it will treat as a duplicate. See here in this case, 1111 here, right? So only once it is there, but if you observe in the table, we have 3 to 4 values. See, all the values are same, all the column rows, 1111, Amar, 30,000, 27, BLR, CSC, right? So there is no column value is different between these two rows, and here also same, right? So that's why even though the 1111 is there 4 times, that row, it is displaying only once here if you use distinct, which means distinct keyword will treat the duplicate value when the full row value is duplicated. Full row, that means all the values, all the column values should be the same for 2 rows or 3 rows, whatever it is. But here there is a difference. That's why the distinct did not eliminate the duplicate keys, duplicate row values, I can say. Clear? So distinct will eliminate duplicates. I'm using eliminate, not deleting. Okay. It will eliminate the duplicates when the full row value is. Okay. Clear, guys? The distinct keyword, when it will work fine and what exactly it will do. No concerns. Okay. So to delete,
sir,
yeah.
under which function discrete will come?
Sorry.
Distinct. Under which function
Mm-hmm.
discrete
But distinct is not a function, it's a
Distinct.
keyword. So it is like from where these are the keywords. It will come under keyword category. It is not a function.
Okay.
So to remove the duplicates, we have certain number of ways. Okay. So one of them is CT with ranking functions. Okay. The next topic is CT, which is common table expression. Guys, did I talk about this? Did I teach? No, right? I think in the initial
No.
class I showed you one query with CT, I guess, if I'm not wrong, to delete duplicates. No, okay. I think somewhere I told you with CT query. Okay, if not, leave it. Yeah. So CT is nothing but common table expression, and it will operate from the memory. Operate from the memory space, which means it will not occupy the database space. So there will be database design space for database, right? But the CT will not operate from this database space, whereas it will operate from the memory. First thing, right? So we can access the CT and access the CT only at the time of execution. I'll tell you the explanation for each and every point. We can access the CT only at the time of execution, right? So which means this is clear, right? So it will operate from the memory space, and so that the operation will be faster if you use CT. Why? Because there will be a lot of space occupied in the database, right? So obviously, if there is more space occupied in the database space, and when you're trying to operate something, it will take some time since the database space is utilized more. But if you operate from the memory space will be always more, right? So the operation will be faster. So CT will be faster, right, in retrieving the results, and we can access the CT only at the time of execution, which means, so the syntax for creating a CT is with CT underscore, maybe I'll just use select here, selecting data for now, I'll tell you as, and then this is the syntax, and then once after creating a CT, you should access the DML operations, either select or delete, whatever it is. Select star from CT name. This is the CT name, and then here within the bracket is there, right? So here you can write your own query here, right? So I'll write select and maybe employee ID, comma, employee name, comma. Here I'll just use ranking functions, which is row number, and function should be enclosed within a braces over class. And then here I'm using one keyword. I'll give explanation of this. Partition by EID and then order by EID, right? As I need to give the alias name for this column from EMP, right? So this is the query I'm writing inside the CT. So this is the CT declaration or creating as open brace, close brace. Within the open and close brace, I'm writing my query for CT. And you can also execute this individually as well, like this. Okay. And let's say usually if you create a table, we'll just create the table and then we'll do select star from, right? So let me do this. Is it creating the CT? No, right? It is throwing error. If you highlight the full CT code part, if you execute, then only you can access the CT. That's what my point here. We can access the CT only at the time of execution. Okay. So let's say this is at the time of execution. I come out of the execution, right? And then if I do select star from CT, am I able to access it? No. We can access CT only at the time of execution, which means whenever you want it, you can highlight the full CT code and then execute it. It will execute. That's it. That's this point, right? And coming to this result set explanation, I'll give it. I think it's time up. I'll send you link again. Join back. We'll connect for 30 more minutes. Okay. Join fast, guys.